to Conscious Straight Talk with Katie and Lindsey.
Hi, happy Monday.
Hi, you guys. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I was busy doing Christmas decorating. In my family, we always get all the Christmas stuff out right after Thanksgiving, which
so fun.
Puts you in such a good mood, doesn't it?
I love it. A lot of work, but it's a lot of fun.
So last week we ended with talking about the neural pathways, and I gave you guys that example of the forest. So I hope that you have been working on that this weekend and saying, talking to yourself in a really positive way while you're looking at yourself and making eye contact in the mirror.
I have.
Have you been
Yes,
doing
I have.
that?
I have. I even did it
Okay.
this morning. I'm so proud of myself.
I've been doing it forever. So, but today I want to talk more about the science behind why I'm telling you to do that. Because in the past sort of maybe 20 years, science has shifted from trying to figure out what's wrong with you to studying behaviors that help us flourish, that make us happier and more productive, right? So it's actually has a name. It's called the positive psychology, the science of happiness. They have proven that happiness is in fact a choice. Scientifically, they've proven this. Research shows that 50% of our happiness is due to genes and upbringing.
That's nature, by the way. That's your nature.
Yep, while 40% comes from intentional activities like meditating, exercising, appreciating, things of that
And that's
nature.
what you do for yourself, which would be nurture. That's also what your parents did for you. But go ahead.
Yep, and interestingly, 90% of our happiness, 90%, that's a lot. 90% of our happiness is due to our inner environment.
You mean what we're thinking?
What we're
What we're
thinking,
saying
what's
to
going on,
ourselves.
our reactions, our
Yes.
subconscious, all of that needs to be attended to, while
Right.
only 10% is due to the external environment.
No,
That's a pretty big difference.
No, that's a huge difference. You were saying something about how, as Americans, we're making twice as much money. Of course, we're working twice as hard, and yet we're twice as not
unhappy.
happy.
The happiness
Twice
rate's
as
up
not
right
happy.
now. But I mean, we laugh, but it's true.
It's true.
It's sad, but it's really true.
Shows you that money doesn't make you happy.
At all, on any level. But you can make you happy. And science has proven that. And the more knowledge that we gain behind that, the more, again, I'm going to say it, you guys are going to be sick of hearing this, I say it all the time, the more we bring the subconscious out to the conscious, the more we can heal and get to that happy level.
Yep.
And the cool news is that our brains grow 5,000 new cells every day.
Oh, that's good, because I thought I killed a lot of mine. So that's good.
You
That's
can
awesome.
kill them because, in fact, it is quite possible to retrain our brains.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I was going to just talk about two neurotransmitters in our brains and other parts of our bodies that are very important for happiness. There's serotonin. I'm sure you guys have heard of serotonin. Everybody talks about serotonin. And most people think serotonin is in your head, mostly in your head, in your brain. It's actually 90% of serotonin is in your gut. So like when actors are talking about, oh my gosh, I was so
any
nervous.
performers.
Any person that's nervous. I was so nervous, blah, 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 to go on stage. I threw up before I went on stage, and then I went out there, etc. It's because our gut is holding 90% of our serotonin. And
this is the positive psychology has proven all of this. They've actually shown us that, yes, our brains are like the hub.
They've done
make
the
stuff happen,
science,
but it's the gut that makes everything go.
Exactly. And that's why when people say, listen to your gut, and I don't know about you, but there have been a million times when I go, okay, and then I'm left going, no, my gut's saying no, no.
All the time.
And then it all falls apart from there. So that's serotonin. And we can increase that through exercise, etc., and we'll talk about that. And then the other one is dopamine. And dopamine is also our happy neurotransmitter drug, should I say, natural happy neurotransmitter drug. And 90% of that is in our brain. And I was going to go over with you something that I do with my clients that are stressed out, as many of us are.
But before we get to that, because
sorry.
I want to do that exercise.
Yes.
But now that you guys have an understanding more in depth of what's going on with you, I want to just give you 5 tips that really will keep you happy. You can be conscious of doing these things. And the first tip that I wanted to go over with you, no, that's what you were about to go over, is breathing.
Oh, yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Breathing is a great way. Right?
It's all about
Because
breathing.
If you've ever noticed when you're frustrated or you're anxious or you're overwhelmed with something,
You start breathing
funny.
fast. You start breathing fast, which then trips your sympathetic nervous system, and then you go into your fight or flight, freeze, fawn response.
And so notice it all starts with breath work. So if you can be conscious of that when you start to feel overwhelmed, Katie's going to share with us an awesome breath work technique right now that you can do anytime, any place, sitting at your office, sitting with the kids, anytime you're feeling overwhelmed. In front of your friends
at a restaurant, nobody needs to know. Now, now,
but it will calm you.
It does calm you. It does calm you down. Right now, I'm gonna speak out loud, but you can do this just in your brain. You just count to yourself. So I'm going to do it with Lindsey. We're just going to do it together, and she's going to shut her eyes and try to relax and put your hands flat and uncross your legs. Okay. And all you're going to do is you're going to breathe in for 3 seconds. Hold on, I'm just going to say this ahead, and then I'm going to do it with you. You're just going to breathe in for 3 seconds. You're going to hold it for 3 seconds. Then you're going to breathe out for 3 seconds. We're going to do this 3 times. I recommend doing this 5 times,
anytime
10 times
you
a day.
Feel stressed.
10 times a day. Anytime. Yes. Okay. So here we go. You ready, Lindsey?
I'm ready.
Okay. So you're going to breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. And that's good. I want to hear her breathing out. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. And let's do this one more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let yourself
go. And I definitely feel a lot calmer now. You know, it does help.
It slows down the sympathetic nervous system and gets your parasympathetic system, the calming one, to kind of take over there. And so then you're going to feel calmer.
And I've heard people do that to the count of 7. But I've always felt like that it's so long.
It's too long.
And I get if you're like ultra stressed out, you're alone, you really need to get into a meditative state for that. But for this type of situation where we're talking about like a quick, impactful, it's, you know, you're feeling stressed and you want to get back on a better path, the 3 count really works.
It's for your normal person. Okay, if you're a scuba diver, do the 7 count. But for your average person, let's do the 3. You know?
No, I think that really works.
Yeah.
So, and then we've got 4 other tips here. The first one is to appreciate. Okay, when you can be conscious and you can appreciate what you have, suddenly you start to focus less on all the things that you don't have.
So what does that look like exactly? Give me an example.
Of appreciating? Appreciating running water, right?
God, that's huge.
Appreciating the sunny, gorgeous day that we've been blessed with. It can be simple. Appreciating having a toothbrush and not having to use your finger.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Remember the college days?
I always use my toothbrush, but I'm a freak.
And, you know, the second tip, be grateful. Or actually, I guess we're on 3rd because it's breathing, appreciating, being grateful. These are all really super impactful ways to consciously keep your mind on a positive path.
Okay.
Okay, and then the 4th tip is to be curious.
This one's very, very important because if we stop being curious, we stop being hopeful, which is something... Yeah, and losing hope that's bad.
Not where we want to go.
Yeah.
But being curious, finding things out,
finding things that you want to do that's new.
Yeah, something
and trying it.
Absolutely.
You might hate it, you might love it, but it doesn't matter. You've done something new and you feel good about yourself just for trying something new.
Yep.
Don't you think?
Absolutely. And then the last one is do something nice for someone. Volunteer.
I love that.
These are great ways to just boost your mood and make you feel...
They do.
They make you feel needed.
They do.
Right? And more whole and like you have value. So even if it's just like, you know, an elderly neighbor bringing in groceries or bringing their garbage can for them or, you know, a couple of kids.
Yes. Yeah. No, I love when I go to, I know this is ridiculous, but I have a little addiction to Starbucks.
Oh, so, no, I love when this happens.
So sometimes I'll go to Starbucks, usually during the holidays, and I get up there to pay for my latte, and the person behind me, or the person in front of me, sorry, has paid for me, and that just, it just brightens up my morning, and then I pay for the person behind me, and hopefully it goes and goes and goes. But it just totally cheers up my day. I think it's just such a great thing to do to bring ourselves out of ourselves, because there's a
Yeah.
world beyond us.
Or finding a place to sign up and volunteer,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's loads of
Children's
food
hospitals,
banks,
food
children's
banks.
hospitals,
Yes.
libraries.
Mhm.
I once did, we brought in service dogs that
Mhm.
read to small children.
Oh, I love animals.
And it was just such a great experience.
Yep.
So that volunteering really does help.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to train your brain by being conscious of these things.
Mm-hmm.
So those are our little tips for today, you guys.
Yes.
I hope they helped.
Yes.
On Wednesday, we're going to be talking about borderline, baby. How to spot one and run.
Ooh.
Borderline disorder is a tough one, and I know that you are
Borderline
very well versed in
personality
it.
disorders. Yeah, they love me. So I will tell you all about it. Yes. So that's on Wednesday.
That's on Wednesday, and make sure you guys hop over to Malibu Mama Loves and sign up for our masterclass next week.
Yes.
It is a great 4-day experience. We've got worksheets. We've got a live group going on together. It's going to be power-packed with things for healing. It's going to be great. We're going to face our unhealed traumas, and we're going to turn our pain into purpose. So come join us.
Which you have to do anyhow. Let me tell you, just like I said before, you're going to have to deal with your trauma at some point in your life. So why not deal with it now?
And together, where we can do it in
Yes,
community.
exactly.
So, all right, guys, have an awesome Monday.
Happy
We will see you on Wednesday.